how are you? I hope you all are doing great today. So my name is Renu Rathi and today we will be studying our very interesting and a very relatable chapter, that is numbers up to 10,000. So we have learned numbers up to 1000. Now in this chapter we will learn all the numbers up to 10,000. Now in this chapter we will be learning about, let us do what we have done earlier. Formation of numbers, like how we will form numbers, face value and place value of numbers, how we will order all the numbers, the Roman numerals, 4-digit numbers, how we can expand all the 4-digit numbers on the abacus. Then we will learn about how to write these numbers in descending and descending order. Now let us do, we have to count the beads and write the numbers on the abacus. Firstly in the ones one, very good, that is 2. In the tens one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In the hundreds, that is 2. So the number is 1262. That's how we have to complete the remaining parts. Now in the next one, we have to complete the following table. In this table, here is the given number 7462. Now in the thousands, very good, 7. In the tens one, 6, ones column 2. So the number name will be 7,462. That's how we have to complete all the numbers in this table and the number names. Now in the next one, let's start with the 4-digit numbers. Now we have already learned how we can read and write numbers up to 1000. Now let us recall how we get 10 from 9, 100 from 99 and 1000 from 999. That means when we add 9 plus 1, we get our 10 number. When we add 99 plus 1, we get our 100, and when we add 999 to the 1, we get our 1000 number. Here we have done the addition in the vertical column wise. Now as we know that when we get 1000 by adding 1 to 999, so 1000 is our 4-digit number and we read it as 1000. Now from that, do you observe any pattern? That yes, we observe a pattern that when we write a number 1 more than 9, we open a second place, that is our tens place, and after that we will write 1 in the tens column and 0 in the ones column, like this. And when we write a number 1 more than 99, we get a third place, that is the 100 place, and we write 1 in this place and 0 in the first and second place, like this. So this is our 100 in the hundreds place. Now to write a number 1 more than 999, we open a fourth place, and the fourth place is our 1000 place, and we write 1 in the 1000 column and we write 1000 like this. Now as we can see that 999 is the largest 3-digit number. Similarly 1000 is the smallest 4-digit number that we have known so far. Now let's start with the formation of numbers, like how we can form all these numbers. Now we know that 101 is formed by 1 to 100 and 102 is formed by adding 1 to 101 and so on. So in the same way we can form numbers beyond 999 also. Now let's read and write numbers after 999 as follows. Now how we will be writing these numbers and how we will be reading these numbers. In all these, what we have doing, we will be adding just plus 1 to the previous number and we will get the successor of all these digits, and we will read it as 1000, 1001, 1002, 1003. In the next one we will be reading it as 1001, 1011, 1012. In the next one we will be reading it as 1100, 1101, 1102. In the next one, when we will be adding these, we will get the successor of these numbers and we will get the successor of all these 3000 columns. So we will be reading it as 1199, 2000, 2001. After that it will become 3000, 3001, 3002. That's how we can complete it. And when we add 9998 plus 1, so we get 9999. Now read the following thousands. One box represents 1000. Here is this one box represent 1000 number. So here are our all the boxes, and we can read it as 1000, 2000, 3000, 4000, 5000, 6000, 7000, 8000, 9000 and 10,000. Now let's start with exercise 2.1. In the first part we have to fill the OMR sheets with the correct option. In the first part we have said that 8520. It can be written as very good. First part is the correct answer, and we can fill it in the OMR like this. That's how we have to complete all the MCQs. In the next one, we have to write the number names of the following. So first one will be very good. It is 4,350. That's how we can complete it. Now the next one is we have to match the following from the column A with the column B. So the first number we have written is 3090. So it can be matches with very good. That is the fifth option is the correct answer for this one. That's how we have to match all these options. Now the next topic is we have to find 4-digit numbers on the abacus, and abacus is a tool that is used for reading and counting numbers. That means when we use abacus we can read and count those numbers very easily. The largest 3-digit number we know that is 999, and the first and the smallest 4-digit number when we add 1 to 999 we get is 1000, and 1000 can be read as 1000 or 1000, and on the abacus we can represent it as like these. We will add one bead in the 1000 column and remaining will be empty. That's how we can write 1000 in the abacus. Now you have to always remember the smallest 4-digit number is 1000 and the largest 4-digit number is 9999. Now let's look at example number 1. We have to represent 4538 on the abacus. So here in this one, firstly what we will do, we will put 8 beads in the ones column, then we will put 3 beads in the tens column, then 5 beads in the 100 column, and after that we will put 4 beads in the 1000 column, and it whole becomes our 4538 on the abacus. Now similarly we have done 4, 3, 2, 8, 6523 and 8598 on the abacus as follows. Now in the next one, let's start with exercise 2.2. In the first part we have to read the abacus and write the numeral and number names. One has been done for you. In the first one it is 5326. Now in the next one, here are 3 beads in the ones column, 5 beads in the tens column, 3 in the 100 and 4 in the 1000. So it becomes 4000 300 53. That's how we have to complete all the remaining parts by like this. Now in the next one, we have to read the number name and put beads in the abacus correctly. One has been done for you. So in the first one, the number is 3256 and we have filled all the columns according to the abacus. Now let's start with the second one. In the second one, the number is, in the ones column we will put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 beads. In the tens one we will put 1 bead. In the 100 we'll put 2 beads, and in the 1000 we'll put 1, 2, 3 and 4. So it becomes 4216. That's how we have to complete all the remaining parts, and we have to fill in the abacus. Now in the next one, we have to fill the missing boxes with the missing digits. So the first one will be very good, it will be 4200, 3 tens and 8 ones. That's how we have to complete the remaining missing digits. Now in the next one, we have to write the numeral for each of the following. One has been done for you, 5200, 8 tens and 3 ones. So in the next one it will be 6300, 2 tens and 8 ones. That's how we have to complete it. Now in the next one, we have mental maths. We have to write the numerals in the ascending order. From 3110 to 3115, we will write it as 3110, 3111, 3112, 3113, 3114 and 3115. That's how we have to complete it. Now in the next one, we have to write the smallest 2-digit number, that is 10. Now let's look at the next one. Next is, we have to find the face value and place value of a number. So the value of any digit is depend on the place where it occurs, that is known as a place value or face value. Now the face value of any digit, it will be the only digit, that will be the digit itself or that number, but the place value is defined by the which place the digit is on. So for all these numbers, the face value will be their digits, but the place value for 6 ones is 6, the place value for 3 tens is 30, 800 is 800, and for the place value of 5 is 5000. Now in the next one, when we observe the value of the tables given below, so we will consider the number 3857 and 9281. Now we will arrange it according to the place value table as follows. So here there will be the place value, that is 3850 and 7, and the place value for these is 9280 and 1. So here we have write the ones place, that is 7, 50, 80 and 3857. Similarly, we have write the place value for this number, and it will be 1, 80, 200 and 9000. Now always remember, the place value of 0 is always 0. It will not change in any situation or in any number. Now let's look at the expanded form of a number. We can write any number in terms of ones, tens, 100 and 1000. Now this is known as the expanded form. If a numeral is expressed as a sum of a place value of all its digits, it is known as the expanded form. For example, in the first part, we have to write its expanded form. That will become 6000 plus 700 plus 2 tens plus 8 ones. That means 6000 plus 700 plus 20 plus 8. Similarly, in the example number 2, we have to find the place value of 8 in the numeral. So 8 is where? Here is the 8. So 8 into 100, that is 800 is the place value. Similarly, in example number 3, we have to find the place value of 7 in the numeral, and we have to find the difference between them. So here is 7 and again 7 is here. So one place value is 7 and another place value is 700, and when we will find the difference, it will be 693. Now let's look at example number 4. We have to express the following in expanded form. So 4050 can be written as 4000 plus 5 tens or 4000 plus 50. Similarly, 6539 can be written as 6000 plus 500 plus 3 tens plus 9 ones, or we can write it as 6000 plus 500 plus 30 plus 9. In example number 5, we have to write all these numbers in the short form. So the first one will become 9408 and the second one will become 3255. Now let's look at exercise 2.3. In the first part, we have to fill the OMR with the right options. We have to choose the right option. The place value of 7 in 3672 is very good, that is 70. So here we will fill this OMR. That's how we have to complete the remaining parts. Now let's look at the second question. In this one, we have to write the expanded form. One has been done for you. Now in the second part it will be 6 thousands, 500s, 2 tens and 8 ones. So this will become 6,500 plus 20 plus 8. Now in all of these we have to find the place value. So here in this one, place value of 2 is very good, that is 2 into 100, that is 200. That's how you have to find the place value of all these digits. Now let's look at the mental maths. We have to put a box around the correct numeral. That which one is the correct number, we will put a circle or a box around it. 4,000, 6 tens, 6 ones. Now 4,000, 6 tens and 6 1 will be this number. That's how you have to complete all these. Now in the next one, our next topic is ordering of numbers. To compare 4-digit numbers, we will follow the same rule as we used in our class 2nd. So the rule 1 is very simple, that when the number of digits are different between two numbers, the number containing more digits is the greater number. For example, here we have 3 digits in this number, we have 2 digits, so this one is greater. 4 digit, 3 digit, 4 digit, 3 digit. So all these numbers are greater numbers. Now our rule 2 is also very simple. When the number of digits is same, if our number of digits is same, then we will compare it with the leftmost digit. If the leftmost digit are also same, then we will compare them by our next digit, then next, and so on. For example, in this one, 6 is greater than 5, 3 is greater than 2, 4 similar, so we won't count this. 3 is also similar. After that, 2 is greater than 1, 6 is greater than 4. That's how we will comparing the numbers. Now in the next one, in the step 1, firstly we will compare the digits in the thousand place. So here 4 is greater than 1, this number is greater. In the second one, 9 and 9 both are same. 1 is less than 5, so that means this number is greater. In the next one, when we compare the digits, here we have 3 same, again 2 same, but 7 is greater than 4, so that means this number is greater than the other one. Now similarly, if all the other digits are same, then we will compare the digits in the ones place. That means 3, 9, 2 both are same in both the cases. Here 5 is less than 9, so that means this number is greater than the leftmost one. Now let's look at the successor. Now what is a successor? The number that comes just after a particular number. That means when we add 1 to the previous number, we will get its successor. For example, 9 plus 1 is 10, successor. 99 successor is 100. 3999 successor is 4000. Now let's look at the predecessor. The number that comes just before a particular number is called its predecessor. 10 predecessor is 9, 99 and 999. Always remember, 0 has no predecessor. Thus we have the following predecessor. This is our number. When we add 1, we will get our successor. When we subtract 1, we will get our predecessors, and these are the following numbers that we have learned earlier. Now let's start with our next topic, ascending and descending order. So we arrange numbers in only 2 ways, that is in ascending order or either in decreasing or descending order. So when we arrange numbers from smaller to greatest like this, that means we are going in the ascending order, and if we write numbers from the largest to smallest, that means we are writing in the decreasing order. So here we are writing the numbers in the smallest to the greatest number. Here we are writing it from the greatest to the smallest number. So this is ascending order and this is the descending order by our example. Now in the next one, let's start with exercise 2.4. In the first part, we have to put greater than, less than or equal to in the box to make sure the statement true. So in the first one, very good, left one is greater than the right one. That's how we can complete the remaining parts. Now in the next one, we have to find the successor of each of the following. That means we will add 1 to this number and it becomes 9370. In the next one, we have to write the predecessor. That means we will subtract 1. That will become 9274. That's how we have to complete the remaining parts by ourselves. Now in the next one, we have to write all these numbers in the descending order. That means greater number will be in the first part and then the smaller and then the smallest one. So in this one, firstly the shorter number, greater number will be among all these is 6384. After that, the next number will be 6348. After that, the next greater among all these is 3864, then 3846. After that, it will be 3486, and the next one will be 3468. That's how we write all these numbers in the descending order, and if you will reverse it, then it will be in the ascending order as well. Now in the next one, we have to find the successor of the large 2-digit number. Is it the smallest 3-digit number? Now the largest 2-digit number is 99, plus 1 is 100, and yes, 100 is the smallest 3-digit number. That's how we have to complete the 7th part by ourselves. Then the next one, we have to match the following columns. Predecessor of largest 2-digit number is very good, that is 98. That's how we can complete all the match of the followings. Next is our number patterns. In class 2nd, we have learned some number patterns, increasing and decreasing. Also, we have read about even numbers and odd numbers. Now let us study some more number patterns. For example, first one is our multiple of 5s. Here you can see that 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 and 50. That means, what do you observe? That the numbers are arranged in ascending or increasing order. Each number is greater than the 5 greater than the previous number. That means if we place these numbers in the reverse order, we will get its descending order. So the numbers are arranged here in the descending order, and here we have arranged them in the ascending order. Now the next one is our multiples of 8. Similarly, we get our multiples of 8, that is each number is 8 greater than the previous ones. Also, one arranging in, if we arrange all these numbers in the reverse order, that means we will get our descending order of this sequence. That is, here we arrange them in the ascending order, and here we arrange them in the descending order. Now let's look at the even and odd numbers. Even numbers, we have read that 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 and so on are even numbers. These numbers are in pairs. All of these numbers are in pairs. 2 divided by 2 is 1, 4 divided by 2 is 2, 3 and so on. These numbers can be divided by 2 also, or we can say that the number those are divided by 2 are called even numbers. And here we have our odd numbers. Now we know that 3, 9, 11, 15, they all are odd numbers as they are not in pairs, and we cannot divide these numbers by 2. So of course the numbers which cannot be divided by 2 are called odd numbers. Now let's start with exercise 2.5. In the first part, we have to complete the sequence. Now when we look at this sequence and when we notice the differences, we are adding plus 100 to all of these numbers. So 100, 200, after that 300, then 400, then 500 and then 600. That's how you have to complete all the sequences. Now the next one is what comes next. Now what comes after this number, we have to find it. So here that means we have subtracted 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46. So that means we have added, when we go from left to right, we have added 7. That means here we have subtracted minus 7. Here again we have subtracted minus 7, that is 13 minus 7 is 6. So when we subtract minus 7 here again, so that will be 532 is our correct answer. That's how you have to complete what comes next. Now next is our Roman numerals. So we always use the digits from 0, 1, 2 and so on up to 9 to represent all the numbers. A number system which includes 0 to 9 digits is called our decimal number system. Now in ancient time, the Romans used different numerals and they are called Roman numerals, and these numerals are still occasionally on the faces on the clock. All these numbers are written in the Roman numerals, and or on the number of a class or different sections of a book, all are represented in Roman numerals. So Roman numbers is commonly used in our day-to-day life, and Roman numbers use special symbols for writing numbers. The only 7 basic symbols that are I, V, X, L, C, D and M. Now here I stands for 1, V stands for 5, X for 10, L for 50, C for 100, D for 500 and M for 1000. Now all of these Roman numerals that we have to learn. Now next is, now we follow some rules for the formation of all these Roman numbers. Now rule 1 says that repetition of I and x means addition. That means if we are repeating I or we are repeating x, that means we are adding 1 plus 1 plus 1, that is 3. If we are repeating x, that means 10 plus 10 plus 10, that means 30. Now always remember, v is never repeated and I and x repeated maximum only 3 times. Now rule number 2 is also very simple. If a symbol is written to the right of a greater number, we will add the value of both the symbols. That means if a number is greater to the right side, we will add, that is 6, VII that is 7, that is 8, XI is 11, XIII is 13 and XV is 15. Now next is our rule number 3. If a symbol is written to the left of a greater number, we will subtract its value from the value symbol on the right. For example, IV, that means 5 minus 1 is 4 and 9. And always remember students, symbol V can never be subtracted. We can never subtract symbol V from any other number. Now using all these rules, we can write these numbers from 1 to 39. Here we have wrote all the numbers in the Hindu numeric as well as in the Roman numerals from number 1 to number 35 as follows. Here we have written numbers up to 39. Now let's start with exercise 2.5. In the first part, we have to find the OMR sheet with the correct option. What is the Hindu Arabic numeral for XXIX? Very good, that is 29 and B option is our correct answer. That's how we have to complete it. Now in the next one, we have to write a Hindu Arabic numeral for all of the following. So in the first one it will be 29, that's how we have to complete it. Now in the next one we have to put a tick on the correct option. 36, that will be very good. X, X, V, I. No, it is 37. So we will cross it. That's how you have to complete it. Now in the next one we have to write the Roman numerals for the following. So 21 can be written as XXI. Now in the next one we have to match the columns, that is 6 plus 10, that is 16, very good, and it can be represented as XVI is our correct answer. That's how you can complete all the match of the following. Now next is our mental maths. We have to match the numerals in 2 columns which indicates the same number. So column A we have 3 and 3 can be matched with, very good, that is this one. That's how we have to complete all of the match of the numerals by ourselves. Next is our think tank. In the first part we have to take the correct answer. The producer of 9999 is very good. C option is the correct answer. That's how we have to complete all the MCQs. Now in the next one, we have to fill in the blanks. In the first part, it is 3600, 9 tens and 8 ones. That's how we can complete it. Now in the next one, we have to match the following. XC can be represented as, very good, 90. Now next one is maths puzzle. We have to search these numbers. 7805. Can you spot? Very good. 7805. That's how we can find all the numbers. Next is our mental maths. What is the producer of the smallest 4-digit number? That is, very good, 999. That's how we can complete all the mental math questions. Now in the next one we have our hordes. Population of a big village is 1 more than the greatest 4-digit number. If the number of female is this, find the number of males in the village. So population of a village is 1 more than the greatest 4-digit number, that means 10,000. When we subtract 10,000 minus 465, we will get the population of number of males. That's how you can solve the remaining part. Now I hope you have understood the chapter pretty well. You just have to practice the exercise questions and don't forget to revise this topic again.